Okay, Morgan. So this is going to help you set up the sound for First Friday. Okay, there you have the mixer, the box with an extension cord. There's also two mics in this pouch, numbers 9 and 10, a handheld with a switch. There's an XLR cable here for Dutch to do announcements. Underneath the extension cable, you'll find two speaker cables and some miscellaneous stuff. Then you've got, of course, two speakers here. On the back side of them, you'll want to plug in your line cables, your instrument cables. You'll want to put them on the left side. Okay. If those speakers for some reason do not work, there are a pair of EV speakers at the theater. You can see where I'm at on stage right. There are a pair of EV speakers. You'll see over by the green room door. Those. You can take these if for some reason those other ones are not working, or if they're shot for any reason, but they shouldn't be. So then of course you have your mixer, the back of your mixer. You'll see there the two pieces of tape indicating where to plug your speaker cables into. Your power goes in there, of course, and your power switch. So the power cable is also in the tub. Okay, this is the wireless mic rack from inside the booth. You're going to be using number 9 and 10, most likely. There's power up here at the top, but once you plug it in, it should flip right on. It's in the on position, the blue switch right there. So that should give you power to everything. There's a CD player. I would not use it. Okay, so on the back, there is a mini snake coming out of this already. And you'll see the inputs right here, and they're labeled, the bottom numbers, labeled 9 and 10. You'll be able to find those. There's number 9, and number 10's in here, right there, okay? The bottom numbers, use the bottom numbers. So you're going to want to take number 9 and 10, and you'll plug it into two of your mic inputs here. I would just go ahead and use number 1 and number 2. Up here, you'll see the frequency bands. Highs and lows should be set pretty well for singers. Number 1 will be Peter, number 2 will be Steven, so Peter and then Hook. And then down here at the far end, number 7 and 8, I would plug in your inputs for the MP3 player. Laura Beard should be providing an iPad with the songs on it, so you'll just plug into this. I will show you that cable in a moment. Then you have a very large power cable on the back here. That one, that's what you're going to plug in for your power at First Friday. That will power everything. Okay? Antennas, I'm going to give you some antennas to plug in. You'll plug them in right there. And another one in right over there. You'll probably want to face the antennas toward the microphones. That's probably going to be your best bet. There are also two batteries that I will include for the mic packs. And I've given you 3 microphones there, just in case. Some mic tape and 2 belts. Once you power everything on, these should be set. The mics should pretty much be set. You don't need to use any effects. You don't need the monitor. Your volume control here. Okay, check for clipping. When they're singing, have them mic check and have them sing. And you want to turn this knob just until at their singing volume you see this blink a little bit. And then turn it down just a little bit, because that is your clipping. So if you see that light up, they're going to clip a little bit. So you may have to adjust that. Again, you want it just below so that this barely blinks ever. Okay, so you really got to have them sing. Leave the pan for Peter Pan. Leave the pan in the center. That's what you'll need for that. Over here, you're going to plug in your left and right. And so you'll want your pan to be left and right. Okay, that should take care of that pretty well. The inputs for these should just be set to normal. You shouldn't need to mess with that. And then the volume knobs here, you'll probably want to turn up to U, or the balanced, or 0. That's probably where you'll want those to operate, but you'll play that by ear. Okay. Then of course over here you have main master. You'll want that set at U. The effects main The effects to main should probably be turned down. You don't need any effects. Monitor master and effects to monitor, you won't even worry about those. Those will be all the way down. If for some reason you want to use one of these things, and I'll include a cable for that as well, you want to plug into tape in, which are the top two, left and right. The cables will be black and red, I believe, or white and red. And then this will be your volume for that. Okay? So if you decide to use the MP3 cable with these, this is the only volume you have to worry about for the audio. If you do it over here and use the XLR inputs, you'll have to do left and right, and then adjust the volumes right there. Okay, that should be everything you need to know. I won't be performing until 6 o'clock, so you shouldn't, should you need me, you should be able to set up before then and give me a call, or text me probably. I probably will not be able to answer the phone at all. The two cables that I'm going to leave you are an XLR to MP3. Okay, and it looks like this. Two XLR ends. Okay, and then it goes down to standard headphone, 1/8 inch jack. It's not focusing, but that's it. Okay, you'll notice on this there are two lines, a dashed or dotted and a solid line. That's how you know left and right. The right channel will be the solid line, the left channel will be dotted. So that's how you want to plug it in, dotted on the left, solid on the right. Okay, that'll give you the best so you don't have any crossover contamination in the sound. That's the XLR. That's the one I would recommend using. Just make sure that the phantom power on the mixer is not turned on, or it will burn out the headphone jack on whatever you're playing. The other cables I'm going to leave you are RCA. White and red, black and red. I think one of these has a short in it, so you'll want to test it. And then, of course, it also goes to standard headphone jack. Okay, so those are the two different types of cables. They both work equally well. This one's just easier. I would honestly just recommend using one of these. These three cables are mine, so please, when you get back to LCT, make sure that they get put back in the sound booth. And then, of course, I've got you two brand new 9-volt batteries in a box, and the antennas. These are the antennas, batteries, cables. It's a mess, but I'm just going to throw them all in there. Okay, you should know how to plug those antennas in. If not, I'll show you really quickly how to do that. It's pretty easy. I'm not giving you a mic stand for Dutch. He doesn't need a mic stand. He can just hold it. And he's only got about 10 feet of cable, I think. So that should be more than sufficient. If he needs more than that, well then too bad. Alright, I'm going to put the batteries in the box. The antennas I'm going to show you how to use. And my cables. This tub, with all the cables and stuff, and the mics, needs to come back to LCT and just put it in the sound booth. That'll probably be the best place. The antennas. This will be the pretty much last thing. You'll notice on the antenna there is a, it's not focusing again. Okay, you'll notice there's a kind of a cutout groove, and on this there's another knob on the top, and you'll want to line those up. It's really hard to see, but they only go in one way, and then you turn it clockwise and they'll lock into place. And then you can adjust these as necessary. Okay, and it works on both sides. Then you turn it counterclockwise and remove it, and it'll work on absolutely both of them. Clockwise, it's locked into place. Counterclockwise, comes back out. I would aim this side towards the microphones, because these may not be super strong, but they should work. They should work just fine. Okay, if you need anything, like I said, text me. I got your 3 microphones here. Got your 2 body packs thrown in there, and a roll of tape. I'll see if I can get some gaff tape and put it in here for you as well. You probably will need it. The speaker stands should be in the big black bag, and there's a folding table and a tent. Err on the side of caution with the microphones. I would put the speakers, both speakers, aiming away from the performing area. Again, I would aim them away from the performing area, like directly out to the sides, left and right. Don't aim them frontwards at all. The actors can dance in the middle, and if that's not good enough for them, then oh well, they're going to deal with feedback. That's basically it. There are no covers for this, or if there are, I don't know where they are. So just be super gingerly with it. Bring everything back. You can put this back in the booth. It goes in the large door. The speakers can go on stage, the mixer can go in the men's room, and the tub can go back in the booth. Again, make sure all the cables here are back in the tub. All right, break a leg, have fun.